Welcome to the M.O.V.E show. Release your junk and move into your destiny with Dr. Michelle. I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Barr, spiritual coach, counselor, and former crisis and trauma therapist. If you've ever felt like you might be the one standing between where you are and where you're meant to be, you're in the right place. Each week, I'll guide you with powerful teachings, tools, and techniques to help you clear, heal, and resolve what's keeping you stuck. This is your safe place to land and your next level upgrade. Let's release that junk and move. Make a decision, own it 100%, visualize it, and execute it. The M.O.V.E show starts now. Just yesterday, I was being interviewed on an upcoming summit. And one of the things they asked me that is all about what we're talking about today, they said, what is the one thing you can tell people when they're stuck, when they're suffering, when they're struggling, when they're frozen and paralyzed and in inaction, when they have disappointment and despair and heartbreak? And when they look out at all the evidence that is presenting itself to them, and they don't know what to do and they can't find hope. And this is the exact moment. What I said was, look for the opportunity. If you take nothing else away from today's show, but you will, look for the opportunity. Today, we are talking about loving what's next. Say yes to the life that's waiting for you. We've been talking in past episodes about my M.O.V.E method and my M.O.V.E, M-O.V.E process, and you can catch those on the first 4 episodes that we did of this show. I wrote a book that got a book deal and was published and put out into the world called Loving What's Next. What you want can be yours now. And this really is about, are you saying yes to the life that's waiting for you? And there's a place, an energetic stance for you to start from. And we're going to talk about that today. Welcome to the M.O.V.E show. I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Barr, and I'm so excited to bring you this episode inspired by the heart of my book, Loving What's Next. When you've done the inner work, you've made the decision, you've owned it 100%, you're using my visualizing tool and you're visualizing for 5 minutes every day, and you're beginning to learn the key to take inspired, aligned action. And not only that, but consistent, fearless, inspired and aligned action. Now what? Now it's time to say yes to the life that's waiting for you, the life that is already in your field, the life for you to let in and allow and receive and start living right now. What you want can be yours now. Today is my invitation to you to stop resisting what's next and start loving it. And that means when you get in those moments I was just talking about, unsure, uncertain, angry, sad, upset, frozen in place, look for the opportunity. It is always there, and it is universal law that wherever there is a desire, a way has already been made. Are you clinging to the past while saying you want your future? I always talk about this like the trapeze artist. And one of the reasons I do is a coach brought this up with me a few years ago, made a huge difference. I know I need to go to this bar and I want to go to this bar, and that's where my success is and everything I want and everything I've trained for. But I got to let go of this bar and fly through the air for just a moment which is that liminal space, the void, the place where all possibility exists. But if I keep holding on here while I'm reaching for this and I don't make the leap and I don't make the transfer, I will hurt myself and I will stay where I am. And I will fall short of what I could have, what I could be, and what I could do. Are you resisting change that's actually an answered prayer? My mantra that I share with you all the time is spirit is always working in my favor. Say it, believe it. Are you waiting for life to prove something to you before you show up fully? I talk about this one all the time. The universe will step in to meet you. It will rush in to meet you with all manner of opportunity and help and guidance and support and resources, but you always have to go first. We live in a world where we are promised free will, and spirit cannot impede on your free will. That is not the agreement you came here with. And so you always have to go first. Right now, are you holding your breath instead of opening your arms? If so, this episode is for you, and this work, this powerful move method that I have used in my own life and in the lives of thousands of clients and students and community that I have reached over the 18 years that I've had this business, and even longer doing this work in my own life. What does it mean to love what's next? Loving what's next. It means you cannot create and manifest what you need, want, and desire from a place of scarcity and lack. It's even if you're praying or you're speaking or you're journaling, I'm not in a good place and I just need so much more and I need it right now. You want to get into a place where right now you love where you are and you want more. And when you don't love where you are, you look for the opportunity and the smallest opportunity to shift and to change your situation, your life, your energy, your impact on the field. You say, yes, this, thank you for this, and I want more. And what do you do with that opportunity? You take inspired, aligned action. The faster and the more you can do this, the better things get for you. It just gets better and better. That is one key thing you can be doing. When we live up here with our dream in our head, it never shows up in our life until we take third dimensional, real world action. What if you didn't fear the future so much and you weren't just tolerating the now? Some people also, this is another big one, they wait until they're going to have everything they want, need, and desire before they're going to allow themselves to be happy, and they get into this noble suffering and this wallowing. And I have allowed myself to do it, the pity parties, but then they could last for days, weeks, months. Now, when and if I allow them, they're short. You don't want to suppress your feelings, you want to have them, and you want to move forward. It's a delicate balance. It's something you work toward. Not just tolerating the now. You can do one small thing that makes you happy and brings you joy in the midst of all of it. For instance, if I just woke up, it doesn't happen very much anymore because I really live these principles and I have embodied them. But I would wake up and it was just going to be a day. And I want to stay in bed and I want to wallow a bit and I want to watch sad movies, movie therapy, and I want to eat comfort foods and all those things. I never say you can't, but I say what is one inspired, aligned action I can take right now. And once I take it, I don't have to do anything else the rest of the day. And once I take it, it moves energy and I get some kind of response or some kind of effect that starts things moving again and changes things. And then there are days, then I give myself the rest of the day off. But stuff is working. And I've put the inspired, aligned action out there. And now I can allow and receive and do self care and do some of those things and be still. But I first put something out into the field, out into the universe. Most people just tolerate the now and they fear the future. Too many people never take any action toward what they say they want most, and then they wonder why they don't have it. But what if you loved what was coming before it was even here where you could see it because it is already here? What if you lived in a constant state of expectation, excitement, and alignment, getting more and more aligned every day, even when you can't see it yet? And this state of being, because your state of being is so important, that I call and that we in this world call positive expectation. If you catch yourself expecting the worst, expecting what is not good, shift that into positive expectation. Loving what's next isn't just a mindset, it's a magnetic state, an energetic stance, an energetic state of being. And your state of being is everything. When you start loving what's next, you collapse time, you positively magnetize it to you, attract it to you, connect with it in the field, and make it yours. You stop trying to just survive the moment and you start becoming the moment, being part of the moment. This is how you call in miracles. This is how you embody your next chapter before it arises. I know what it's like to resist what's next and then to protect myself by letting my mind take charge. And I don't want to get hurt. And one of the biggest programs I used to play out was, what if it doesn't work? And I had to go to, what if it does work? Because what if it doesn't work invites the opportunity, get this, for me to see what if it doesn't work. Well, I don't want that. That's not the energetic state of being I want to be in, and that's no fun, and that doesn't give me what I want. I stayed too long in things that were complete: jobs, relationships, homes, identities, because the next thing looked uncertain. I was scared of the unknown, even when the known was hurting me. But the moment I said, I don't need it to be clear, I just need to trust that it's better, everything changed. Now I know the power of everything is in the unknown. Everything you already have is known. Everything you need, want, and desire that you don't already have is in the unknown. Doors opened, new desires awakened, old desires that had gone out years ago started coming to me. It is so fun and amazing once you get in that space and you are riding the wave in the field. That's what I call it. And I finally started loving what was unfolding. How can you start to love what's next right now? Here's how. Clear what's complete. Say thank you and let go. Let go of that trapeze bar as you're reaching for the new one. You can't grab what is there for you when your hands are full. Stay in curiosity, not trying to control. Positive expectation. Speak as if your next level of being, doing, and having is already forming, because it is. You are impressing your energy onto the field to bring it into form. Say yes before the how appears. Until you actually make a decision and commit and start moving forward, you have not said yes, and the how will not appear because you don't need it. Understand that. I meet people in that space all the time to start doing our work together, and celebrate signs and synchronicities as proof that it is working. Ask yourself daily, what would I do today if I loved what was next? If it was here right now and I was in it and loving it, or it's on its way, and what I do today decides its very showing up, then go do that. I'm going to take you through the activation now, and then I'm going to tell you this illustration that's so powerful for me about your things that are in the field and already there and how they come to you. Right now, I want you to put your hands over your heart if you can. I want you to close your eyes if you're somewhere you can do that. If not, just listen to my voice. Take a deep breath in and out. Place your hand on your heart and whisper inwardly, I don't have to have all the answers. I trust the unfolding. I love what's next. And I say yes to it now. Feel the shift in your body from resistance to readiness, from resistance to receptivity, from waiting to welcoming because you say it is so now. Loving what's next, what you want can be yours now. You are safe to love what's next. You are safe to receive what's next. You are safe to receive it now. So I want to tell you, if you picture all of this where I talk about you're in the field, you're riding the wave in the field, you're impressing your energy with the work you're doing and with your state of being. And the universe does not respond to our words. The universe responds to our emotions, our energy and motion, which creates vibration and frequency. Now imagine here you are, and there are these three rings. And in the first ring is probability. Everything that you are an exact vibrational match to, or enough of a vibrational match to, it's already in that first ring. And that's when you have those things show up that are immediate, and they come right in and they feel like they came out of nowhere. And the signs and synchronicities are coming, promising you it is on its way, it is here. Those are in that first ring. And you just want to become a vibrational match and do your energetic hygiene, your spiritual hygiene to bring them to you. That's also why I had that when I got really clear working on some things, others that were hanging out right there. I suddenly became such a match for those desires. When you have a high desire and very little resistance, like this would be fun or this would be great if, but you have nothing around if you can't have it or don't have it or shouldn't have it or any of that, those come in fast. The ones where you have the highest desire and the highest resistance. If only I could have this. I can't have this. I need this. This never comes to me. Why not me? I messed it up. I don't know how to do this. Those are the ones that are the most challenging. And you have to clean that up in your energy and become a match. The second ring is possibility. The first one was probability. Possibility means there are ways in which you are a vibrational match, and there are also ways you are a vibrational match to the things you don't want. Like, I want to call in the love of my life. And he's got to be honest because I've had bad things about that in the past. What if he's not honest? Oh no, this is going to happen again. I always pick men or partners who are liars. That can be in your field and it's a counter intention. So then you're holding things away from you until you clean that up. So you have some things that are not a match, that are highly emotionally charged. I don't want to get hurt. I don't know if I can go through this again. The job isn't there for me. The love of my life isn't there for me. I can't have the car I want. Life is hard. So they're hanging out in possibility. But the minute you shift where you're not a vibrational match, they're right there in the first circle of probability. So probability and possibility, and that third ring is potential, but it's far enough away that it is not a vibrational match to you, and there's some work to be done. It's not enough to even be magnetized and come close to you. But here is where the magical and miracles happen when someone has a breakthrough, an absolute breakthrough, a lot of times a breakdown followed by a breakthrough. And suddenly they become a match, and it seems like it just came out of nowhere. I had something come to me that I was resisting and not able to receive for 10 years, and it was big. And once I got it, and I cleared what was in the way. It seemed like it was overnight. It came right in. This happens to me all the time. So again, you don't want to make up stories. I can't have it. It eludes me. It's not there for me, any of that. So probability, possibility, and potential, but you're not enough of a match to pull it toward you. And so this brings up one more key thing. You want to always be working on your vibration, what puts you in high vibe, movement, meditation, journaling, dance, body work, energy work, all of these things, because then it will start moving closer to you. What I want you to recognize is every one of those circles and everything in them is in your field and available to you. There is nothing that would not be outside of one of those three rings. So clear that story right away, because remember what we talked about already, universal law, whatever you say is, is. So if you say it's not available to you, then it cannot be. So picture, feel into it, the three rings. Start working with this. Now, the future isn't something to fear. It's something to partner with. You can co-create. You're already co-creating with the universal field and spirit, God, source, and universal law all the time. It's just, are you unconsciously creating or are you consciously creating? It's something to have positive expectation about, to be excited about, to partner with, to receive, to love. Love it now. It's already there. It's right there for you. Stop bracing for impact. You will know what I mean by that. Oh my gosh, When's the other shoe going to drop? This just came up again the other day, and someone was holding themselves in that space of the other shoe is going to drop. Stop bracing for impact. Start leaning into the gift. Stop negatively expecting and positively expect. Spirit is always working in my favor. When those things I was talking about a few minutes ago are there that create struggle and stress and suffering and all of that, instead of closing down, why does this always happen to me? What's happening? This is going to be bad, and open and say, what is trying to happen right now? What is trying to happen right now? It's a completely different energy. Open to that right now for anything in your life, whatever it is that you're working on or calling in. What is trying to happen right now? And if you want to work with me more, you can look under the giveaway. I have a free gift, my 21-day email experience that takes you through this move process, my move method to move forward in any area of your life into what's next with clarity and momentum, and learn how to work with this energy. It's 15 to 20 minutes or less a day. The minute you sign up, day one drops in and you start. And you can find it at michellebar.com/email21. And you can find it on my website. And it is a 21-day email course. My gift to you. Start that. My website has other free resources for you, and my book that is out, Loving What's Next. What you want can be yours now, was written to give you the experience, if you were my client and you were working with me, how I would move you through everything. Thank you so much for being here today, and thank yourself and do the work. It works. Start today, start now. And I'm so excited for you to be loving your what's next. You've been listening to The M.O.V.E. Show. Release your junk and move into your destiny. Catch us every first and third Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe, like, and share with your friends. And let's keep the conversation going. Connect with me on social at Michelle Bar Coach. And if you're ready for your next step, grab my latest bestseller, Loving What's Next, at michellebar.com. Until next time, keep clearing the junk. Make a decision, own it 100%, visualize it, and execute it. Until next time, remember to keep moving.